I'm trying to figure out how you beat this guy.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to figure out how Yuji's alive if Sakuna is not there doing shit. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone Face Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Justin. We are back with Jujutsu Kaisen, episode 12, season 1, episode To You Someday. How about you remind us of what happened last time?
Absolutely. Last time we got to see a lovely friendship start to blossom between Yuji and let me get back into this handy dandy assistant to know what the hell people's names are.
Starts with a J.
Junpei. He got Yuji got invited over for dinner, and then uh after that there was a horrible moment where Junpei's mother
Got
was
drunk.
killed by a curse.
Talked about different things.
It's true. Oh, getting drunk isn't horrible if you're responsible.
I was just joking, throwing in a line at an empty moment.
Hell yeah. It was revealed that the curse was drawn there by a finger, which caused Junpei to be all mad and shit, understandably, which was all part of a ploy to cause more drama. It was also revealed that Mahito is a very young curse who does not understand domain expansion yet, but is learning very quickly. And Nanami has concerns about what happens when Mahito actually learns what they are capable of.
I guess you're gonna force me to remember that Kento is Nanami.
Yes.
Again, I'm remembering Kento because it's shorter.
But beyond that, there was also possible connections between Junpei and Saguro, or sorry, Geto.
Well, I suggest you remember Geto because everybody knows that name is Geto.
Understood. Junpei and Geto, but the Geto was the mastermind behind everything, and he just didn't want a signature on it. And we're going into what looks like an action-heavy episode, possibly. The next time on was very confusing.
Sorry, did you mention the school at all?
No, that's what the action-heavy part is going to be, because the school got put in its own little field, and Junpei is causing some shit in there.
Well, I mean, they described the barrier. What was it? It would let people in, and it would let people out.
No, it wouldn't let people in,
Well, it has to.
but people can get out.
Well, it has to because Yuji got in.
I think they're more talking about like everyday people.
Well, they did specifically say that even people without.
They would see it in the windows.
No, 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 no. I'm talking about the everyday people. The word coming to my brain is spiritual power, but that's not right. They were mentioning even people with lesser amounts of power would be able to pass through it.
Yes.
It very much seemed like they said that it would let people in and it would let people out.
I don't think it was letting people in.
But again, how would Yuji have gotten there then?
I don't know. I'm just going off of what I saw.
Yeah, because they said people with the windows, which I guess is just the people that are watching things, um, would be able to notice it and alert them, which means that Yuji wasn't like on the scene. Well, wait. Um, yeah, no, because Kento said for Yuji to watch Jinpei.
Yeah,
So I guess we could assume that maybe he was there.
I think it's very much possible.
It's very much possible, but would he be? Because if I told you, hey, I need you to watch this high school kid, would you be hanging out at the high school during school?
I don't see why not in this situation.
In this situation, well, for one, you don't go to that school.
Yep.
Two, it's creepy as hell to hang out around school, specifically to watch a kid.
It's creepy as hell, but it seems like his task from school is to hang out at this school and watch the kid.
I guess, and I guess before we did see that they have some sort of authority, Because you remember the cops that were investigating the kids that died at the movie theater were like, why are we letting some kid investigate this? When it was Yuji and Kento that were there.
Yep.
So I guess maybe they have some authority to watch kids at school during a school
Well,
day.
it's also not like an adult watching a kid. It's like a kid just being at another
Does
school.
that make it better?
Yes, it absolutely does.
Does it? I mean, at least with an adult with an authority, like if I have a cop watching me while I'm at school, at least I think, oh well, maybe it's a cop. So it's just like
But
some kid.
that's not a cop.
Technically,
That's some kid versus some middle-aged guy. If there's a middle-aged guy just watching a kid out of school, that's weird.
well, no, I'm saying because in the example given, right, this is a school that handles curses, and apparently the government or at least the police force kind of like lets them handle these weird cases or people become suddenly disformed in the middle of a public area.
Hmm.
So it's like the interpretation is somebody representing the government or police authority. So in this case, I'm saying it's the difference between a cop watching you at school, or I guess what's the sorry,
That's still
as
equally as weird.
as an American, I should know this. What is the on-site cop at a school called? A
Oh,
something officer, a
I, I
not
know what you're talking about.
not a duty officer. It's like it sounds like supply officer every time I hear it. But that's something like that.
It's still weirder to have to be being trailed by that guy while you're at school. Because a truancy officer is supposed to find people who are not at school.
Yeah, well, that's not what I was thinking, but it's also a good pull. I mean, I don't know. I just still think it'd be weird to be trailed by a kid from a different school.
It's the same level of having a teenager being hit on by a teenager or a middle-aged guy. The
Well,
age when the person's a teenager makes it weird.
no, you're throwing in the hitting on thing, which is a different like degree altogether. Like,
It is, but it's the similar concept.
look, if Sidney Crawford walks into the school and starts hitting on Junpei, and some other girl from a different school just wanders in, which one is Junpei gonna prefer?
But that it doesn't matter which side
Oh,
what
see,
Jinpei will prefer.
see, look,
What
just
matters
throwing
is
in
the
random elements.
responsibility of the no. What matters is the responsibility of the adult.
Right. Again, I think it makes more sense to have the adult there because adults. I mean, look, I think we're throwing in random factors here. You're just automatically assuming it's going to be a creepy adult. And I'm just saying, could be a teacher. Could be anybody. This is weird because the teenager has no ability to look authoritative.
Hmm.
Okay, random guy dressed up in a suit automatically looks like an authority figure. Flashes a
Yes.
badge, boom, no, you know what's going on. I'm about to be kidnapped by a guy pretending to be a cop. Versus versus Yuji, which is random dude wandering around. I guess it's easier for a kid to wander into a different school that he doesn't belong to, because
I have a question. And when you were in high school, did you know every single person at your school?
well, that's what I was really just saying. It'd be easier for another kid to wander around, because then a teacher isn't going to know every kid in the school. And these are clearly
Exactly.
not small schools. They are like I don't know. The word's not coming to my head. Prefecture. They're
Metropolis.
like prefecture sized
Okay.
school districts.
Yeah.
Uh, I guess fair enough, but there are how many? I can't think of how many cases there are of where the news reports how did this adult just be allowed to wander onto school grounds? You know, stories of like a parent walks into school to assault his kid's bully. Happens all the time.
I don't. It's true.
Anyway, do we have anything to say really about what's about to come up here?
Nope.
All right, I said we'd go ahead and get into it then.
Let's do it.
Didn't do the hand gesture. Doing the hand gesture.
But before we get started,
Make sure that you hit the like button.
Hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
on top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
Unfiltered.
Uncensored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
This music is fire.
My problem is that I don't hear it with the headset on.
ダメです。理由は今朝も言いましたね。
Honestly, with this on right now, all I hear is.
二人まで降りたとなると、奴は生きている上、里桜高校にいる可能性が高い。すぐ戻ります。虎杖君は待機していてください。言っても無駄でしょうね。そういうわけなので、あと任せます、ビノ君。何か問題
Guy we've never seen before.
いや、数がさ、多いよね。しかも人間なんでしょ。
一級呪術師推薦の件、引き受けてもいいですよ。
頑張るぞ。
I'm assuming that he's already graduated, in which case it would be promotion to a first grade sorcerer.
Yes.
その中にはまだ君たち学生も含まれます。私はもう間違いない。言ってはいけません、虎杖君。
ごめん、一一さん。
I mean, Juchi only has his words. Yeah, no curse
Yeah.
power at all. He wears glasses to even see anything.
Interesting that they have the jellyfish behind him.
What, and that he wakes up on a train with a fish in the water in front of him?
Not even that. I mean, more for the types of powers that we're going to see, because that could imply electricity involved. That could imply poison. There's so many options.
Yeah, I was just making the water connection from the opening.
The water connection is also why I think the fingers might be a thing.
Wait, why?
Because if they're both connected to water, one from seeing it in the opening, one with the jellyfish in the background. That's just another similarity between the two.
One more time. I feel like I still didn't get it.
Context clues on what they're showing us.
Right, but how is it connected?
Jellyfish are in water. That's
yes. Okay.
It's literally just putting similar motifs and themes on the two characters.
I'm just gonna smile and nod and pretend I'm not having a brain aneurysm. Maybe I'm just falling into the same trap of why I didn't understand the show the first time.
Maybe.
Also, there was a finger falling into water there. Of course not. We all know that. Blunt attacks don't work on jellyfish Shikigami. Common knowledge, bro.
何の意味があるんだ。命の価値を履き違えるな。霊長ぶってる人間の感情。
Okay.
すべて魂の代謝。まやかしだ。まやかして作ったルールで僕を縛るな。奪える命を奪うことを止める権利は誰にもない。そこで寝ててよ。 僕に
I
は
don't know. I
戻
feel
って
like
や
there's
ること
a
がある。
good argument to be had there that somebody has the right to stop it.
順平の筆式は毒だね。呪力から生成した毒を式神の触手から分泌する。毒の加減、式神のサイズや強度の可変はこれから覚えればいい。普通の術師が
I do remember the first time around I got the words Shinigami and Shikigami mixed up.
すぐに戦えるようになる。順平、才能あるよ。
誰に言い訳してんだよ。
Maybe you don't remember, but I'm superhuman without my powers.
Now I'm gonna fight your jellyfish.
Knowing that blunt force does nothing.
なんで堀月の毒が効かない。
That would still hurt like a son of a bitch.
なんて邪魔をする。なんてなんてなんで。
That common thing jellyfish can do.
動きが取れない。いや、潰すなら着地寸前。
順平が何言ってんだか一つもわかんねえ。それらしい理屈をこねたって。
式神使いは術師本人を叩きな。
お前はただ
Also, does Yuji know that his mother's dead?
自分が正しいって思いたいだけだろ。
I would assume so.
We kind of just like got into the conversation Yuji was having with Kento and Ichiji like in the middle, so I don't know.
それは本当にあの生活を捨ててまでのことなのか。
Kind of talking like he doesn't know.
人の心がまやかしなんてあの人の前で言えんのかよ。
人に心なんてない。
お前まだ
ないんだよ。そうでなきゃ。そうでなきゃ。母さんも僕も人の心に呪われたっていうのか。そんなのあんまりじゃないか。もう何が正しくて何が間違っているのか。
That's the good old, the
Yes, a
universe is
broken
better
boy.
off not being fair.
Yep.
なんで避けないんだよ。
ごめん。何も知らないのに偉そうなこと言った。何があったか話してくれ。俺はもう絶対に順平を呪ったりしない。
I don't like the way they're taking this. I get what they're doing, but it's not. I don't like it.
What are they doing?
They're giving him a friend.
母ちゃんが
They're turning him into more of an anti-hero.
You don't
No.
like friends?
Not in this instance.
You know, Junpei's been in the opening this whole time, right?
I know.
バカみてえに強い先生とか頼りになる仲間がいっぱいいるんだ。みんなで協力すれば順平の母ちゃんを呪ったやつもきっと見つかる。必ず報いを
So he does know.
一緒に戦おう。
He's been talking really insensitively.
誰だ。なんだこいつ。
That's why Yuji never met this guy.
人。
はじめましてだね。
違う。この感じ。
スクナの器。待て、マヒトさん。
バカか俺は。艶顔の人形でナナミンが言ってたまんまじゃねえか。逃げろ順平。こいつとどんな関係かは知らんけど今は逃げてくれ。
虎杖君落ち着いて。真人さんは悪い人じゃ。悪い人。
I didn't have this realization.
Mm-hmm.
順平はさ、まあ頭いいんだろうね。でも熟慮は時に短慮以上の愚行を招くものさ。君ってその典型。順平って君がバカにしている人間のその次ぐらいにはバカだから。だから死ぬんだよ。
There we go.
無意天変。
Oh, it's the name of that episode I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
さあ、ラウンド2だ。順平、しっかりしろ。今直してやるから。
With what?
I like it.
なんだ。何でもする。俺のことは好きにしていい。だから俺の心臓を治した時みたいに順平を治してくれ。断る。
Not your fucking ally.
いいぞ。あの縛りはしっかり忘れているな。
Well, no shit. You made a deal about making him forget.
お前のすべてを捧げて俺に寄りすがろうと。何も救えないとは。
縛りを断った。魂の形は反転術式でどうこうなるものではないけれど。他人を治すの
Now
は
there's reversed curse techniques.
惨めだな。この上なく惨めだぞ小僧。
でもま、俺の狙いはここからだし、これはこれで。
Here, let's see. That's a mindfuck.
Well, I mean, they painted Sakuna on the right side in the red, but they still animated his his little mouth thing laughing too.
Yeah. Did he just accidentally kill him?
I mean, you don't remember Makido's whole thing about they don't survive very long anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they don't survive very long anyway.
Here it is.
面白いけど残念、効かないよ。魂の形を保って。
It's hilarious. That will work.
魂の形ごと叩かれた。
Oh.
そうか。虎杖裕二は器。常に肉体の中に自分以外の魂がある状態。
Their whole previous jokes about being the two-punch man.
知覚しているのか。魂の輪郭を。
So his two-punch trick isn't only two punches.
今まで俺の口から出た言葉は全て嘘だったんじゃないかと思えるくらい腹の底から出た本音。ぶっ殺してやる。
I So yeah, no, Yuji didn't kill Junpei. Mahito killed Junpei.
No, that's not what he said.
It's effectively the same thing.
Exercise is on a professional level. Kill is a personal matter.
Well, I just mean you can't kill a cursed spirit. You can only exercise them, which is basically killing it. Weird.
利害を超えた憎しみでスクナとの交渉を促し虎杖裕二に縛りを課す
It's funny, because his whole fucking plan is basically Naruto and the Nine-Tailed Fox.
Good to know.
だがこれは俺が彼より強いことが大前提なかなかどうして天敵
I mean, conceivably, one touch from Mahito could kill Yuji if he wanted to. As far as we know, Yuji has no defense against Mahito's idol transfiguration or whatever it was called.
何百回でも何千回でもぐちゃぐちゃになるまで叩き潰すより洗練された殺すための形殺すためのインスピレーションを体現しろ
And you can't just like idol transfiguration him because they want Sakuna. So they've gotta hurt him but not kill him.
Maybe they want to absorb Sakuna's power.
No, remember back at the I'm gonna call it internal combustion. The restaurant where everyone caught on fire.
Yep.
Yeah, part of the plan was to get the Sakuna's body thing on their side. So they want Yuji on their side somehow.
I see, I see.
So that's why they're saying he's trying to get Yuji to make a pact with Sakuna. And yes, I know I'm still saying Sakuna, commenter. They can't help it.
I'm trying to figure out how you beat this guy.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to figure out how Yuji's alive if Sakuna is not there doing shit. Well, now you've awoken him by trying to transfigure him.
共に腹の底から小僧を笑った仲だ。一度は許す。二度はない。部をわきまえろ。知れ者が。
変わんねえよ。言ったよな。
I guess he has kind of an inborn defense in that they're two souls in one body. So if he tries to transfigure one soul into the other. But again, how isn't Yuji dead right now with all these spikes going right through his body?
I don't know.
Because the fact he still has holes through his hands means that Sakuna's not healing him.
Huh?
説教は後で現状報告を。
二人助けられなかった。
どこまでも他人のこと。まずは君の体のことを。
俺は平気。いっぱい穴
Yeah,
開
I'm
いてっけど。
fucking dead.
平気の意味。
あと学校の人らは全員体育館でぶっ倒れてる。
なんだ、ピンピンしてるじゃん、七三術師。お互い無事で何よりだね。ハグでもするかい？再会を祝して。
虎杖君、あの話は。
俺が殴った。
いつ
Or the several headbutts.
奴の手に触れ
Or
ま
any
し
of the kicks.
私の攻撃は奴に効きません。
なんで？
理由は説教の時に。1、虎杖君に奴の術式が効かない。2、虎杖君を殺せない理由がある。どちらにしろ
Kinda both.
しかし、
Yeah.
奴の動きは止められます。お互いが作った隙に攻撃を畳みかけていきましょう。ここで確実に払います。
おい！
Yeah, I have no idea why Yuji's not dead.
I think this fight might be the first time we see Yuji use domain expansion.
He's not actively using it.
Correct, but I think he might end up doing it.
I just meant as an answer to my question. Sorry, I realize you're trying to predict the future right now.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything that would keep him alive. And up until Sakuna started healing him and everything, he was still superhuman, but still human.
Yeah, I think it might be the fact that he's actively not trying to kill him. I think he might be avoiding as much as you can with the stabs, trying to avoid internal organs.
Sure. Maybe.
I understand it's a rough explanation.
Well, no, I'm thinking of, like, those people that'll show you, like, the pain points in your body, where they, like, stab somebody in the hand and be like, ah, it fucking hurts, but then they can stab a whole, like, spike through their hand. And because it goes through everything, it's not, like, a nerve or anything, it's just fine. But those don't follow that. Those are giant spikes.
It's true, because, like, I've seen somebody put a spike through their hand like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But with Yuji, those should also be bleeding out.
Agreed.
Just want to remind you that Juju strolls are actually in-world events.
Okay, no, this one I get, because this implies that cursed humans can learn.
It implies a great many things. Also wish I had that toy when I was a kid. Joke's on you, we'll be watching that today! Yeah, I don't want to get into that one at the moment. The show will explain that. I just want to remind you that Juju strolls are in-world things. The same way that when we saw all the bad guys get together to play soccer, that fucking happened. that wasn't just here's a little fan fiction of all the characters in the show doing a fun little thing. That happened.
Noted. No. Cool fight scene. I like the fact that they added to Yuji's abilities in a meaningful way. and smart use of a character and killing them off.
Again, for me, it felt like I was spent a lot longer than with Junpei than the 3 episodes apparently we only spent with him. That I felt like his death was a lot more impactful.
Mm-hmm.
At least the first time around. Yeah, I wish I still had the note here because I felt like I had a revelation the first time around when it comes to that opening sequence, which is why I was so thrown when you went on about the fingers and the water. For one, I didn't get it, but
Mm-hmm.
I believe my insight into it was more that the fish represents Junpei.
I can see it.
Yeah, so the whole. I guess we're doing different things. You're going fingers and water. I'm doing Junpei and water. I mean, obviously it's not one for one, given the fact that Junpei was never a fish. He didn't get transformed into a fish, and his
Yeah, but his thing is a
Shikigami.
jellyfish.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that only shares the word of fish. Technically, if you want to be scientific about it, there's no such thing as fish.
True, I'm aware of that fact, but
And for the audience, by the way, that's not a "there's no such thing as birds" meme thing. Look it up if you don't know. There's no such thing scientifically as fish.
I I think it's more likely after what I saw that the fish in the water is meant to be Junpei, only for the fact of the size of the fish in comparison to the space.
Well, I mean, it was fish size.
That's what I mean.
You
It's
know,
a small fish in a big in a big body of water.
I don't mean to do this now that you're agreeing with me. It's just happenstance. I think I'm wrong. I'm backing away from my own theory.
I love it.
Well, it's because Junpei is in the opening, not as a fish. So, I think I was looking for like metaphor artistically where none existed. I don't know why he's sitting in a train full of water with a fish. The fact that Junpei, as Junpei, is in the opening is kind of defeating me in my own head right now, especially without my notes to figure out why I thought he was the fish.
Because I think this is one of the big turning points for Yuji.
Is it?
It has to be. Are you kidding me? You saw how fast they connected very closely.
Yeah, he made a friend.
But
he's got 2 other friends right now too.
They didn't. It wasn't the same.
You don't
They did
think
not make friends the way that they did.
You're kidding me? You don't think Megumi? I mean, he holds himself distant, but you don't think he's as good a friend to Yuji? The dude's
I
gonna
did not say
die.
that.
He was gonna
I
die
did
the
not
same.
say that.
You said it was different.
Yes, they did not make friends the same way. It wasn't that instant connection.
Was it not? Did
No.
Megumi not rush out and help Yuji the moment he was in danger?
Yes, but there wasn't that instant kinship. It was they were the same person.
They sat down and talked about a movie.
Yes.
That was, and I don't think maybe it was an instant connection between one of them. I don't feel like it was a back and forth street.
It absolutely was. At least from what I saw.
And again, Megumi was willing to sacrifice his life to save Yuji when he was inhabited by Sakunu, whatever his real name is. I probably wrote it down wrong on the board too. That's the level of my depth.
It's true. He was willing to deal with Shaquille O'Neal when it was required, but
You mean Shazam?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Again, I found it impactful the first time I saw it. This time around, I don't know. In the second viewing, it seems like everything happened faster. Maybe I watched everything in slow motion the first time.
Possible.
But everything just seems so much faster this time around that I don't feel like it's either that or the fact that I was keeping notes and everything the first time meant that I watched things multiple times, so I spent more time with Yuji and his mom, not his mom, Yuji and Junpei's mom, and
Yep.
Yuji and Junpei and everything. I mean, I don't know. I felt sadder when he gets when he gets transfigured And this time around, it was barely even a... This time around, I felt worse for the guy that Kento stood on top of that was crying. Not this episode, like 3 episodes back.
I see it, but to me, there was something about that connection.
I don't know, because even this time around, it seems like he was talking about how he was going to defeat Yuji more than the feelings he had. Because even there at the very end, right, he's like, people don't have hearts. Because people don't have hearts, because if that's true, and they did have hearts, then they used those hearts to curse me and my mother.
Mm-hmm.
And sure, that is a heartbreak moment, but I feel like in the first time around, I feel like he had more depth than just that.
I see it, but I don't. I think it was that instant kinship that got it for me, and how much that kid had Junpei had suffered.
All I'm gonna say is that we all, well, maybe not all of us, a lot of us went to high school. We know what people are like.
That may be the case, but cigarettes being put on the forehead.
I don't know. The reason I think that I have such a hard time with like cigarette butts and disgusting things is that I spent a lot of time almost to the pre-memory phase of my life around people that would smoke a lot. So I would be like in the backs of seats or between 2 people that are smoking and have like ashes falling on me and shit. So that's why I find that cigarettes disgusting to the point of like retching. So I'm kind of in that space. But I'm going to level with you now, a personal failing of mine to be recorded and broadcasted in the world. I'm unsympathetic to the people who go through the same things I go through.
Hey, everyone has their flaws, right?
Yeah, I mean, I recognize that it's a flaw. I've literally said that out loud before, and people would, like, angry at me, and it's like, oh shit, this is a problem I have. But, yeah, no, I mean, you'd think that your natural state would be, I've been through what you've been through, so I sympathize, but I find that I'm unsympathetic with the people who have experienced the things that I've experienced. I don't know. So let me just go ahead and record that and put that out there on the internet. I'm already the heel of the channel. Let me earn a few more fans.
It's all good. I'm pretty sure my flaws will come out over time.
Well, you have anything else you want to share about this episode, or maybe anything coming up?
I'm questioning whether we're going to see the death of or exorcism
Mahito?
of Mahito. It seems like the answer could very well be yes, based off the amount we've seen them in the short time they've been around.
I mean, you've seen plenty of flash forward. The preview. You saw the preview.
Yeah.
And that they were talking about, well, Yuji said, I'll kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Although Kento said that he'll exorcise him after they were done cutting him down. And landing blows on him, or whatever they said.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So possible domain expansion coming from Yuji. Is this the end of the line for Mahito?
Well, obviously I know, so I can't weigh in. All I'm trying to do is like Socratic method you, just hit you with questions instead of answers.
Yep.
Well, I guess if that's it, we go ahead and wrap up here.
Let's do it.
Once again, I have been Theta. This has been Justin. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?